tries to guess the identity of the Scarlet Judge, but those of us immersed in the mysteries of the Tribunal know the truth. The Scarlet Judge is obviously our Lord Vivek. Only one of our living gods could accomplish what the Scarlet Judge has done. Vivek is the god of justice for all Dharma, not only those in Vivek City. And the sermons speak of the warrior poet splitting his mind into many bodies. He can oversee the city and dispense justice in equal measure. Lord Vivek is a poet as well as a warrior. He knows the value of legends and the utility of a subtle touch. It doesn't serve his purposes to make us dependent on divine intervention.
Ridiculous. I'm sorry, Talimra, but my wife insists we try a real mage.
There goes another client who's known me for years. Not a proper mage, they say. Rubbish! By Vec, if I get my hands on that fetcher from Somerset, I'll wring his scrawny golden neck. Just watching my business fall into ruin. People used to rely on me to heal their children and mend their injuries, but now it's all Menaldinian this and Menaldinian that. Damned guild lackey. He's even pinning up signs to slander my work. The Cretan's saying I'm not a mage, but I am. I just happen to love alchemy. He must think there's a lot of coin to be made here. The fool. If I get my hands on him, I'll... Sorry. Dark elf temper. It's just that this business is my life. Thank you for helping me, Sarah. Honestly, it means a lot. The rascal's name is Menaldinian. You'll find him sliming around that new shop of his, the Gauche High Elf Clinic just south of here. I thought a fellow mage would have more respect. Oh, he started out all sweetness, invited me to tea, asked about my business, even bought a copy of my latest book, Tea and Tisane for Aches and Pains. I can't believe I fell for his act. I am. Quite highly ranked, too. Surprised? Not every Telvanni mage hides away in a mushroom. Many of us enjoy the company of our neighbors, until they start abandoning us for some insufferable mages guild peacock. Alchemy teaches us the hidden potential of everyday things, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. People step over miracles all the time. Mushrooms that can ease a cough or grasses that can mend a wound. Alchemy finds power in the mundane. I doubt it. But my mother taught me I should always give people a chance to make amends. It helps ease the conscience after we wreak our revenge. My mother was a very colorful woman. What? Healers aren't permitted to deal out a bit of payback every now and then? I'm a dark elf. Grim talk is the official language of Morrowind, and vengeance is the national pastime. A shame, though. He is really quite handsome for an old man.
Keep your weapons sheathed, citizen. The situation is well in hand, I assure you. Bandits. I commend you for springing to this mayor's defense, but you should be cautious. I'm investigating some irregularities in Suran's justice system. I fear the town's lead constable, Marshal Hularan, may be arresting people without cause. You did answer the call of a citizen in peril. Very well. I need evidence, testimony. Many of the Marshal's prisoners are toiling on plantations outside Suran. Talk to them. Gather some proof of Hularan's corruption. Then meet me at Ula's Manor. The plantations are crawling with iron-howled mercenaries. I'll draw them away as best I can, but do hurry. They won't leave their posts for long. Other than the fact that she's in charge of the constabulary, this is a Redoran city. House Redoran demands certainty in all things. Hularan's deputies won't sanction an arrest unless there is overwhelming evidence. We have no proof, only suspicion. Yes, precisely. House Redoran does not suffer this kind of misconduct lightly. Once we prove Hularan's crimes, the House will turn against her. Cold-hearted mercenaries. Swords for hire without virtue or scruple. They serve the plantation owners and I suspect Marshal Hularan. The Iron Hounds will hurt anyone for the right price. The plantation owners pay them very well. Ah, you must be a recent arrival. I am called the Scarlet Judge, vanquisher of evil and guardian of the oppressed. I am this island's protector, bound by oath to avenge injustice and safeguard the helpless. No, my oath is of a personal nature. I revere the three, but my relationship with the rulers of Vardenfell is complex. Ordinators are bound by restrictive temple law. It makes them slow to action, clumsy. I have no such restrictions. I've been called savior and menace, hero and villain. If you'd call me a vigilante, then so be it. My only concern is the lives and welfare of those I protect. Wherever Vardenfell's laws cannot or will not act against injustice, there you will find me.
I'm glad an outlander such as yourself is taking interest in Siltstrider traveling. You'll find it far more reliable than your typical caravan. Where would you like to go today? Sorry, I forgot that not everyone knows how to tell a Siltstrider apart. My great creature can take you to Vivek City, Seydanin, or Molag Mar. Are you interested in any of those destinations?
I suppose you've come for a consultation? What is it? Unsightly warts? Poor eyesight? Flat feet, perhaps? You poor thing. Did one of her bizarre herbal cures cause worse pains than it cured? Honestly, I've given some thought to drafting a letter to the Archmage of the Guild. These herbalists and hedge witches really need some proper training. Of course not! Wait, are you another one of these bark-munching herbal apologists? Telenra's teas are not remedies. I'm sure she makes a delicious marinade and some very fine scented lotions for the ladies, but I'd hardly call that medicine. None. Now, see here, if she sent you to fish for an apology, she won't get it. I'll not apologize for the truth. Alchemy is a peasant science. Sheer quackery! Now go, and take this silly book with you. I'm sick of it cluttering up my shelf.
Me guess. Menaldinian was an insufferable ass and refused to apologize. Did he now? Well, he'll certainly regret that. I've cooked up a wonderful plan to teach him the value of alchemy, but I'll need your help. What do you say? Up for a bit of poetic justice? Oh, come on now. I'm not going to poison him. I'm going to brew a potion that requires precise timing and freshly harvested lichen. The one that grows at the base of the Emperor Parasols. If you gather the lichen, I can focus on the instruments. Meet me near Menaldinian's house and we'll put my plan into action.
What? I'm working here. What's going on? Ha! They're working us like snowblind oxen, that's what's going on. You want to know more? Kill that smoke-skinned bastard Overseer Torvain. He's always itching to execute someone, and I think I'm next.
Overseer Torvain really dead? Prisoner? Slave, more like. I swear I don't belong here. That Marshal, Hilaren, she says I murdered a beggar the day I arrived in Surin. I can't even bring myself to kill a fly, let alone a person. There's got to be some mistake. Master Kark's building a new prison in Suran, but it isn't finished yet. In the meantime, they make us work out here in the fields. Lauren visits Kark's house twice a week. Maybe you can find something there. You have to get me out of here. Please, you've got to hurry. Torvain was a monster. I don't want to meet whoever they sent to replace him.
Well, I'll be a skeever's drunk auntie. Did you really cut down Overseer Torvain? Certainly won't miss that horse's arse. Falsely? Guess that's a matter of perspective. I punched a dark elf. But I promise you, that wormy little snowback had it coming. I'd punch him again if I got the opportunity. Well, maybe that someone was Master Arano. And maybe the punch broke his jaw in 3 places. But that's what he gets for asking me to service his gods. Lauren told me I can shorten my sentence by working here. You telling me different? Sure's blood. I knew that elf was skeeving me out. Oh, when I get my hands on her.
I saw you strike down Overseer Torvain. Well fought, friend. If ever an elf had it coming, it was Torvain. I was taking a deposit to the bank. A week's worth of coin, fairly earned. Marshal Horan accosted me and seized it. Accused me of stealing from some farmer outside town. The farmer's dead, of course, but who needs witnesses when an orc's to blame? Maybe. These damn dark elves think I'm nothing but an animal. Some don't even think I can speak. Makes them careless around me. Mistress Dren's been shouting about the quality of her laborers. You might find something of value in her manner.
Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet in totality. I am still capable of instructing you. Alchemists are masters of the elixir. They trap magic in a bottle for later use. But I can only certify you in one discipline at a time. If this is agreeable, we can begin your training. As with master chefs, every alchemist must assemble the right components before crafting a special concoction. Are you so capable? We shall see. I require you to locate a solvent and some reagents. Then you shall craft me a potion. Yes, every alchemical mixture requires a solvent, a pure liquid base, and reagents such as herbs and flowers. Now go, find a solvent and some reagents. Once you have what you need, return to me. There's a quiet area nearby with mountain flowers and columbine. A fresh source of water can't be far from them. If you find nothing there, venture into the wilds and seek them for yourself. In the wilderness, you'll find herbs, flowers, and mushrooms all around. These make the best reagents. As for solvents, look for bubbling springs in lakes, ponds, streams, and shores, sealed bottles as well. Purity of the solvent is key.
You stand amidst the circle of champions, a guild formed to test the greatest fighters of the realm in games of skill. Do you have what it takes?
Pit demons think they can rule deathmatch? Ha! As if! Fire drakes have that locked down. Need you ask? Fire drakes rain down flames of destruction upon their foes. We unleash an inferno to smite our enemies. Fear the burn!
Something catch your eye? Something hard to find? Something exotic?
There's no excuse for not looking your best in this day and age. Do you need any components to freshen up a bit?
Selling, buying, trading. Right here. They said I could make a fortune here now that slavery was abolished.
security mean to you? If it means confidence and certainty in these troubled times, then you've come to the right place. Our vaults provide a level of protection unparalleled in other institutions.
I would expect the name Fear to carry more weight with these priests. It's beyond belief that the temple keeps me waiting. Don't they realize that it's a courtesy that I'm here? My twin and I are apprentices to the great Fear. I'm here on his behalf to report to the priests about an incident which occurred near the growth site of his new tower, Fear. A rift opened when we were shaping the workshop below the tower. Master Fear believes there is a connection to the living gods. He's sure to explore the rift once his expedition is assembled. My sister could tell you more if that interests you.
Welcome! You stand amidst the circle of champions, a guild formed to
While fools charge into battle, the wise prepare first. Which are you?
Even a grizzled warrior such as yourself deserves a nice home to return to.
What?
finding the lichen. We'll need to be quick if we want full potency. Perfect. You may have noticed an odor. It's subtle, barely noticeable in fact, but once I add it to this wickweed and quama shell solvent, ha-ha! The perfect pheromone for the common house cat. Surprised? He may have squeezed a few secrets out of me, but he revealed some facts about himself along the way. For instance, he's violently allergic to cats. Sprinkle this potion over the plants near his door, and the results should be dramatic. Hope you packed a handkerchief, you smarmy bastard.
What's going on out here? Snooping, eh? Why, I have half a mind to... Cats? Ah! Achoo!
Was just... Did you see the look on his face? Aeon's mercy, he certainly wasn't exaggerating about that allergy. What a buffoon! No, as much as I'd like to, you know the healer's oath. Do only moderate harm to those who cross you. I brewed a tea that should alleviate his symptoms. You can give it to him, but only if he agrees to come out and make a public apology. Then leave him to his sniffles and blubbering. Patients tend to avoid healers covered in their own snot. He can settle this business with his reputation intact. All he needs to do is apologize.
Everything itches. Damnable cats! Don't be coy. I know who's responsible for this travesty. I never should have told that scheming witch about my allergy. What a low-born, wretched, undignified prank. Apologize to a grubby Telvanni piss peddler? Are you deranged? I shall report her. I shall... Oh, what's the use? Fine, she wins. Ifre's bones. What a monstrous injustice. Oh, just give me that swill. This had better work.
So, did Melodinian relent, or should we leave him to his wheezing? Oh, thank goodness. Luring cats to his door every day would have gotten awfully tiresome. In the end, he'll see it's for the best. Collaboration always yields better results than competition. You and I are proof of that, right? Thanks again, Sarah.
Telenra, I wish to thank you for that most efficacious tea.
And?
Your alchemical skills yield impressive results.
And?
It was rude of me to malign your alchemical practice. I apologize.
Melodinian, I forgive you. There's no reason for us to be at odds. We should try to cooperate, yes?
Yes, agreed. So, now that we're on good terms, can you please shoo these horrid creatures away from my clinic?
Of course. I brewed just the thing. Be seeing you, partner. Farewell.
the best defense, always a good attack. True to your word. I knew I could trust you. I led the Iron Hounds on a merry chase, and I doubt they'll stay scattered for long. What of your search? Did you find any evidence of Halaran's corruption? I see my faith in you was not misplaced. We will discuss your evidence and more, but not in this hall. You trusted me and helped me gather the evidence I needed. Now, I shall trust you with a secret I have carried for years. Come, follow me. My mentor used her wealth to better others, not herself. Having inherited her manner, I now do the same. This evidence proves Lauren's guilt, but there's no telling how deep the corruption goes. There's only one person I trust with this information, Constable Gretgar. I fear I must ask more of you. My observations of Lauren suggest paranoia bordering on obsession. If she suspects that anyone is moving against her, she'll no doubt summon her Iron Hounds. If a melee breaks out in Suran, innocents will suffer. That's something I can't abide. If Constable Gretgar's going to arrest the Marshal without a fight, we'll have to distract her mercenaries. I'll deal with the constables. You raid the Iron Hound camp in the Daedric ruins outside Suran. Burn their weapons and destroy their supplies.